Everyone loved Robert. He was rich, had expensive toys, wore branded clothes, and was very popular at school. Almost every child in Robert's class wanted to be his friend. They were too impressed by his clothes and wanted to play with his expensive toys. Indeed, his big mansion too was a sight to see. However, not everyone could be Robert's friend. I have certain standards, he would say when branding someone as his friend. I can't really make anyone my friend just like that. As a result, those who managed to become his friend felt like they were being honored. It was the start of a new session at school. As happened every year, there were few new admissions in the class. One of them was Thomas. He was smart, intelligent, and fun to be around with. After the first unit test, he became the talk of the class for standing first in all the subjects. Suddenly, the focus shifted from Robert to Thomas. Many students wanted to be his friend. Unlike Robert, Thomas had no policy to call someone his friend. Anybody who wanted to be his friend was welcome. One day, Robert's best friend Austin said to him, "I think you should invite Thomas to the weekend party you are planning. He is really smart and cool." Robert thought about it for a while and said, "But do you think he will fit in with us? Look at the kind of things he brings to school. His substandard lunch box and bag, cheap pencils and notebooks, and the kind of lunch his mother sends him to school. They all tell me he can't match our group." Austin smiled and said, "Oh, please, he is a nice chap to hang out with. I often see him play football after school." Since Austin insisted too much, Robert reluctantly agreed to invite him. At the weekend party, Thomas showed up and quickly became the life of the party. However, Robert couldn't take him anymore. "I told you, he won't match our standards," complained Robert to Austin. "But everyone is enjoying with him," said Austin. "That's because he is giving everyone cheap fun, just like the cheap clothes he is wearing. My party doesn't include roadside wanderers. And just what did he bring to the party? A train picked from a street shop. He is a miser, a cheap Scrooge. I don't want to see him around my house ever again." Austin had nothing to say. After all, it was Robert's house and party. Soon after that day, Robert started calling Thomas Scrooge. Indeed, at the parties at school, Thomas couldn't contribute much. His clothes were not very good, and neither did he have expensive toys or gadgets to show off. Gradually, many kids changed their opinion about Thomas. They called him miser, cheapskate, Scrooge, and what not. Most of them did so as they feared Robert's reaction if they befriended Thomas. As time passed by, Thomas too started losing confidence. He had very few friends now. One day, Austin approached him and invited him to his birthday party. Thomas was surprised. "But why me?" he asked. "Just come," Austin said with a smile and left. At the party, everyone was surprised to see Thomas. He showed up with an expensive remote-controlled car for Austin. "You didn't really have to bring this," said Austin when he saw the car. "I like you for who you are and not for your clothes or toys or house or car." Then he turned to his group of friends and said, "I like Thomas and am not ashamed to call him my friend. It is not right to judge people from their looks or belongings." Everybody wanted to be Thomas' friend till the time no one knew that he wasn't very rich. It's just not fair to ignore him just because Robert or someone else doesn't like him. Everyone in the room was surprised to see Austin speak like this. Friends, all I want to say is that before judging people, just remind yourself that not everyone has had the same set of luck and opportunities that you had. It was then that Thomas revealed that he too belonged to a financially good family. However, his father decided to adopt 2 orphan babies whom he found one night on the road. Someone had left them there to die. On hearing this, everyone held him to a high position. Even Robert hugged him. From then on, there was no elite group of friends. Everyone was equal and non-judgmental.
I love playing catch-catch with my friends in the park. What about you? Well, the monkey and the weasel had fun playing catch-catch too. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought it was all in fun. Pop goes the weasel, pop goes the weasel.
Catch me if you can, little silly monkey! Catch me! Catch me!
All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought it was all in fun. Pop goes the weasel, pop goes the weasel, pop goes the weasel.
Catch me if you can, little monkey! Catch me! Catch me!
Children, here is a lullaby. The children in France sing it like this. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. In English, it sounds like this.
Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding dang dong, ding dang dong.
Are you you sleeping, Brother John? And what about you, little child? Are you sleeping too?